Well, here we go. Here's another traffic update. Apparently we can't come up with better content than just driving back and forth to work and telling you about what we're planning on doing instead of actually doing it. So
I think, you know, it's kind of fun. It's like, you know, girls taking a trip to go shopping or something, but we're not going shopping. We're going to work. But that can be fun too, because, you know, because I'm just a naturally happy person.
But, you know, it's ridiculousness. That's what it is. It's just, but, you know, we're all still watching it, so I guess, you know, there's some entertainment value in it. Maybe we'll see a crash. I don't know. Let me see here. What the hell? I don't remember you being able to see my mirror before. Move that down further. Oh, there. That's better. Here, how about you just look at that? Okay, hold on. Oh, that's on there now. Holy shit. You can still see it. So good. Why? You didn't used to be able to see that. Did I do it this way? That's why. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's why. Because the camera is at the edge of the phone, and when you're that way, you're at the bottom edge instead of the top edge. Extreme close up. Okay. Alright, let's see here. There. Well, you can see it again. That works. Can you see the top of my head? Doesn't really matter. I don't want you seeing the top of my head. You can't. Here's my. No, you can't. Well, that's not gonna work, is it, kids? This is just what the hell. Now you can see the top of the headrest. Well, I guess you can see me because my head doesn't go above that, right? I can't see you at all. So that whole thing that I always said to the kids, if you can see me, that means I can see you. Not true. Not true. I wanted to thank a few people. Brandy, Gwen, and Randy. You three ladies, thank you so much for checking on me last week. I was having a rough week. I depression had hit with a vengeance, and I ended up taking 3 days off work. I was having a really rough time, and each of those 3 days, one of those ladies contacted me to check to see if I was okay, because they hadn't heard from me. So I really appreciate it, girls. It really means a lot to me that somebody out there cared enough about me to check on me and kind of let me vent a little bit about what was going on, and I do appreciate that very much. You guys made all the difference in the world on that. Unfortunately, I used up all of my time off that I had worked so diligently to bank for going home for Christmas. So I used 3 days of time off, and I don't know now, because I have no time off left from work. Don't know what's going to happen for Christmas, but I certainly hope that my husband and kids don't stay home from going back to Wisconsin and seeing the family, because I can't get off work. So I kind of messed myself up with that, but there was no way I was going to work in the condition I was in. So it is 7:23. When Vicky got us ready in the morning, we left at, I don't know, 7:15, 7:18, and got to work a half an hour early. So I'm testing the waters, 7:23, trying to figure out that sweet spot to miss the school traffic, but yet not end up to work so darn early. Like Debbie said, she used to get to work and sit in her car and read for, I think, an hour. Debbie, did you say an hour to miss the traffic? I'm not going to be doing that, but I'll try and figure out exactly what's needed in order to get there with the minimum amount of time needed with a cushion. My last one, I showed license plates, and I'm sorry about the wind. You guys know I'm a smoker. I'm sorry. I showed license plates, but I did research to see whether or not that was legal, and I showed the little clips. So I just afterward felt really weird about showing license plates. So I don't know. I'd rather face backward, I guess, and then have that on my conscience, or spend all that time fiddling around to blur them out. I did blur out the ones in the parking lot at work because I thought, well, that's a little too close to home. Upsetting a coworker if they should happen across their license plate on YouTube and go, hey, stop. And Jan made a comment about how tiny the picture was when I was giving the tour of the inside of the office, and that was intentional, in that I, after filming that, thought about the confidentiality and all of that, and thought, well, I certainly don't want to create any kind of issues at work by filming in there. I don't know, either from a confidentiality standpoint as far as our customers go, or if, you know, the company itself would have an issue with the workspace being shown publicly. Okay, so are you gonna go, or are you not gonna go? Go ahead. Yep, you're welcome. Let me get through here. So there's a big long line. It's kind of halfway between me and that first stop sign, which is better than it was, but not as good as it was when I left at 7:15. So I am really excited for Brandy. She was kind of, as I showed in the last video, on the 3rd of August, she was about, I don't know, 100 subscribers behind me, and I had predicted that within a week she would pass me, and it actually took 2 weeks, but holy shit did she pass me. It was like one day we were neck and neck, and the next day, you know, I was choking on her dust. So congratulations, Brandy. I am really happy for you, and I'm extremely jealous now. What the fuck am I doing wrong? So, but I know exactly what I'm doing wrong. Brandy is she's really hitting it hard. I mean, she's doing the research, the legwork. She's reaching out to companies with her homegrown series. She's doing the networking. She is treating it like a job. And she has said that from the very beginning, that she thinks of it as a job. And I think of it more as my entertainment. You guys, I'm sorry to say, but you're here for my entertainment. As I am here for yours. So, it's mutual. I keep saying that I want to get more videos out faster. And I guess in the back of my mind, there's, you know, this feeling of inherent competition to either maintain your ground or you know, stay ahead of the pack or whatever when it comes to the subscribership. And I am not a competitive person. I really try to avoid competition, but sometimes, you know, life gives you natural competitions like this, and it's hard not to compare yourself to others. And you know, when you fall behind or whatever, to not get down on yourself. And it's not, I shouldn't be looking at anything as a competition, because of the fact that, you know, I'm not, for one, treating this as a job. I'm treating it as a hobby. I mean, it's the, you know, would be nice if you could. It's not your turn, but you go anyway. Just keep going. Just keep going. Just keep going. So I'm trying to not turn it into a competition in my head, but I keep falling back against, you know, WWBD. What would Brandy do? Because that girl's got it together, I tell ya. She really puts the time in to figure things out, and I just keep, I guess, following her lead. She should be like my life coach. Brandy, will you take charge of my life for me? Brandy and Gwen had both gotten in on the affiliate program for Diamond Art Club, and you know, I am horrible about the follow-up and all that stuff. And, you know, they had reached out to me and told me about that program, but, you know, I don't know if I didn't read the email closely enough or misunderstood or whatever. So I did reach out to them and asked about that. And they said, oh, well, you know, we had hoped that you were going to reply back and say that you were interested, but you never said anything about it, so we didn't want to be pushy. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I got all that signed up, and I got a really kind of encouraging or uplifting email from, I might as well stop at the red light, that way I get to be first. Email from Adriana, and I didn't realize this. I know she had, when I did my very first Diamond Art Club review of the owl, she had commented that she was shocked when she saw her product on a YouTube video. And I kind of, ever since then, have had a correspondence back and forth with them. Not real frequent, because again, I lack follow-through. But, you know, I think she's probably talked a whole lot more with other tubers since my first video, in that I've seen a lot more from other people as far as information about the company, especially Brandy with her awesome job doing the homegrown series. She did fantastic on that. But Adriana had said that she was really happy that I joined the affiliate program and that I was the first tuber to ever feature their product. And I was kind of like taken aback in that, okay, I know she made the comment that she was surprised to see me review their product, but I didn't realize that I was literally the first one to mention them in a video. And so I told her that I was really excited about being in the affiliate program, that, you know, even if I wasn't, I'd still be shouting their company name from the rooftops, and I have nothing but praise for Diamond Art Club. And this is just kind of, like I said the other day, sprinkles. This is sprinkles if I were to actually get any kind of commission on referrals. Because I know just in the comments and watching other tubers' videos that a lot of you have taken the plunge and purchased from them, and I haven't heard anything negative from any of the reactions once you guys have gotten your paintings from them. Everything's been positive. Some of the people like Gwen and Brandy have then gone on to do reviews and join the affiliate program. So I'm really glad that I'm a part of spreading the word about Diamond Art Club, and kind of like wishing that you know, damn, wish they would have had that affiliate program back then. That would have been kind of nice, but that's cool. I'm glad to spread the word, and in that too, you know, I keep, again, follow through. I have all these ideas that I throw into videos, and it's like a fleeting moment, just a passing thought, and then, you know, a month will go by and I'll be watching somebody else's video and they'll be doing whatever that idea I had was. And, you know, I'm not saying that all these ideas are my original idea. We can all come up with the same idea, but it's kind of like I was saying before, with having all these ideas for inventions, and then 10 years later I see it in a store obviously people aren't, you know, taking my ideas for inventions and producing them, but it's kind of like those light bulb moments where, you know, a real head slapper will, oh, well, of course, do it that way. So, like, for example, I had the one where I put a little piece of the instant tacky on the back side of my tray to stick it to the tilted canvas. And then I just was watching Stitcherista, and she made mention that in one of her videos or on one of the boards, and I'm assuming she means Facebook when she says diamond painting boards, that somebody had made that suggestion. So I'm gonna have to start keeping my mouth shut with my ideas. Just see, I gotta get it out there first, and rather than the idea and not the follow-through. But I've got a big mouth and I can't keep my mouth shut because my ideas just kind of flow right from, you know, the brain through the mouth and out, and then I don't do anything about it, and then I see it later, and then I'm like, "Argh, why didn't I do it first?" But yeah, it seems like in the last week or so, I've just been kind of getting down on myself about these things, as far as these ideas I had, and then seeing them somewhere else or hearing somebody else saying that they heard it from somewhere other than, you know, me, and watching these channels that started either at the same time as me and now they're huge compared to me, or somebody who, you know, was, you know, in the less than 100 subscribers and passing me, you know, when I first saw them, 50, 60, 70 subscribers, and now they've passed me up. So I was really kind of just getting down on myself about my progress, which, bringing it kind of full circle, I talked before about when I graduated college. You know, the advice to my younger self is don't be afraid of failure. And I graduated from college and headed to the mall with my management degree to get a job at the mall instead of, you know, going to one of those board table interviews that were petrifying to me. You know, set the bar low so you never fail kind of thing. Well, problem is if you end up creating a competition in your mind that doesn't really exist, you just, that low bar that you set for yourself, you might be a success in making it over that bar, but somebody else, you know, sleeping tall buildings with a single bound, and you're just standing there with your bar at a foot tall going, So anyway, thank you ladies for kind of lifting me out of my funk. I was taking all of that a little too much to heart and forgetting what was most important to me. And it's not to be the biggest or the one with the most ideas or the greatest success or the most views or any of that. What really matters to me is that I'm enjoying myself, and that there is somebody who's enjoying the entertainment I'm putting out there, and if at all possible, I'm helping somebody, because I like to teach, as far as, you know, like the idea of doing the videos on making videos. And if I'm helping somebody by brightening your day, mission accomplished. So I have to try to remember why I'm doing this. And I did not start doing this to get rich or famous, because rich would be nice, don't want to be famous. But that's why I'm doing it, and I gotta remember that. So thank you, ladies, for showing me that you care and reminding me that that's why I'm doing this, is because I enjoy knowing that people care. Not the quantity, the quality. So thank you all for that. And with that said, bringing it home, I was on myself to create videos faster because I had in the back of my mind this competition I had created to get more videos and more videos and more videos out there to get the subscriber count up and all of that, and that's not what it's about. I sounded Canadian, about. So I'm gonna just, you know, I know you guys are more videos, but for me, my niche, my difference, the thing that sets me apart, I think, is the comedy, for lack of a better term. Either through the Snapchat, I mean, that's definitely one thing that I have not seen anybody else doing, is Snapchat. So that's kind of my little groove, my little niche there. But then the comedy, there's a lot of funny people out there, for sure. But that's kind of something that I am intentionally inserting, rather than it just being natural. That's not a really good way of saying it either, but yeah, it kind of is. I mean, there's so many people who I enjoy watching, and they're funny, and I'll start laughing, and it wasn't that they were trying to be funny, it's just they are funny. I try to put something with comedic value into pretty much every video. Not every single one is successful in that, but I do. That's kind of my goal. A little comedic relief. If you can't laugh at yourself, you better not laugh at anybody else, because they'll throat punch you. But yeah, so that's my niche, and if I start cranking out videos, I think I'm going to lose the core of why I was doing this. So I might have fewer videos, but I thoroughly enjoy putting together the little Snapchat stories, like the Vicky Lynn little makeup tips kind of thing. That thing took me days and days to edit, but I really enjoyed putting it together. I know it's not the funniest thing in the world, and the sound quality is not great and stuff, but that's what I enjoy doing, is doing the little skits, I guess. And you know, if I really wanted to fine-tune that, I'd, you know, make several takes, make sure the audio is okay, and put it all together. But I'm not gonna go there. I'll never finish. But yeah, I mean, these drives, I don't need to edit a whole bunch of stuff for this. I can throw those out there and then just spend time periodically with the little skits. My problem is I'll mention too many things during the drive that require me to insert screenshots of stuff or whatever, and that takes forever to do because you gotta find the right spot. There'll be silences you're editing it out, and then you gotta deal with the audio blending it so, you know, you hear the little kind of snap crackle when you splice two together and you didn't blend the audio well. That's a giant pain in my ass. So if I could just, like, film and upload, man, I could get so much more out there. But yeah, my goal isn't to be, you know, a video every single day, or 2 or 3 or 5 videos a day, because I mean, that's fantastic for those who have the time to do that, and those who have the time to keep up with that. I wish I did. But with my OCD, I need to keep up with everything that somebody's putting out. If I've started watching, I want to make sure I watch all of your videos and all of them in order. Same thing with TV shows, you know, like, I'll give you an example, Grey's Anatomy. I started watching that from the very first episode and had to keep up with it and had to keep up with it. And then years go by and I no longer even like the show, but I had to keep up with it and had to keep up with it, and not dreading having to watch it to the point where I'd have like 4 or 5 episodes on the DVR and just not wanting to watch it, and finally just saying to myself, why the fuck are you putting yourself through this? Just let it go. Just let it go. So I've had to do that with some tubers. I can't keep up. There's no way. And I know I need to watch them in order, so I just give up. I give up. Stop watching. And then I hear about all the stuff that they're doing later on that's like, well, I had that idea. Son of a bitch. I think I've held this coffee in my hand the whole time, and I don't think I ever took a sip. Another issue that I have with the editing is because with the OCD, I'm like, I think it was Brandy who made this threw the term out there. I'd never heard it before, completionist. So I'll be editing a video where I'm driving, and I pay so close attention to things that I'm watching. I'll come back to that. I'm going to try and do this without the tangent inserted in the middle. That I don't like editing out silences when I'm driving, because I'm watching the cars behind me or in front of me or whatever cars you're seeing in the video, and I don't like the splicing where now there's a different car behind me. I want to see the whole thing. So I sit there and like have this internal angst about cutting out a giant silence, because I want complete documentation of the entire trip. Now the tangent. So because I pay so close attention when I'm watching something on TV, for example, I'm frequently finding mistakes in the editing that probably most people don't notice. Like my husband and I, let's just say we're watching some show, some movie, some whatever, and they'll have a scene where, let's say, 2 people are talking, and they'll go back and forth between, you know, the 2 people talking, and I'll see that in one clip, the man has a pen in his shirt pocket, and then they'll switch to whoever he's talking to, and they'll come back and the pen's gone, and then they'll go back, and then they'll come back and the pen's back. I pick up on that stuff when I'm watching. And my husband's like, how in the hell do you notice this shit? And I'm like, I don't know. But that's part of the reason why I have to, when I do try and watch television, when I'm either cross-stitching or diamond painting, if it's anything I'm at all interested in, I constantly am rewinding it as long as I have the remote. which means I'm alone. Because if I'm not alone, I don't have the remote. I'm constantly taking it back over and over again, so I can, like, never miss anything. So I wonder what that's about. Okay, I think I found the time to leave home. I left at 7:23. I started at 8:30. It is 7:52. I've also seen more and more people talking about their recording device. I'm assuming most people are using phones. Calling out how long a clip is before it goes to another one. I need to figure that out with mine, because that happens to me and I hate that. So I need to watch. Where's the counter on there? I don't even see a counter. God, I hope it's recording. Crazy lady talks to herself all the time in her car. She drives by her at like 10 minutes to 8 every morning, talking to herself. Yeah, I wonder if I touched it, if it would give me the counter. I don't know what that did. Did something. Oh, there's the counter. Okay, what does it say? 35 minutes. I'm gonna watch and see when that clicks. Probably already did. Just reach down here. I have made a ton of progress on the purple peacock. That sucker, I'm flying through it. I'm loving it. I'm loving, and it's a partial. I know I keep saying, but I guess because I've been working on 2 that were full square drill, and they're just been working on them for a month or what more probably. In this partial, I've been doing it for like a week and I'm over halfway done, and I'm like, this is awesome. I need to do that more, and I talked about it before that I would have 1 square and 1 partial, or sorry, 1 square and 1 round going at the same time to give myself a break, and I ended up instead doing 2 square because I got the one with the crystals, the rhinestone one, and just chomping at the bit to do it. So I'm enjoying doing the round and the partial, not that because it's partial, but because it's going quickly. I really do. I'm enjoying that. So I'll probably have that one done in no time and be able to frame it, which is cool because I bought those frames when I went shopping, and I feel guilty that I've got the frames sitting in the closet, you know, money spent for no cause. So I'll be glad when I can frame it and feel relief on my conscience about having bought something that's not being used. And Lori is an author, and I had been talking with her a little bit and asked if she had, she gave me a link to her book for sale, and when I went to it, actually, that's what triggered the whole Amazon Prime thing for my husband, because it said that if you had Amazon Prime, I guess you could get it for free. I don't know. So that's when I started asking my husband for the Amazon Prime password so that I could get her book. And I had asked her if she had ever considered doing a channel where she reads from her books. I mean, she's within the diamond painting community, and I think that would be awesome to have as a, you know, something to, you know, stick with me, where somebody's reading to you and having a conversational dialogue, because because they're, you know, in the same community and enjoy the same crafts and stuff, so it's not strictly just, you know, books on tape, audiobooks. She said that she would be happy to send me a copy of her book so that I could do that, and I'm so excited. So she sent it to me, and I'm just waiting for it to arrive, but that's on my agenda of things that I want to do. I don't know how long the chapters are or anything, but find a good time-wise section to put out regular videos of me reading her book, whether it's standalone, because if anybody's not interested, I don't want to force anybody, or maybe I should, I'll just force y'all. Anyway, I would like to be able to have them as separate videos so that if I put them in a playlist and you did want to just like binge listen to her book, I could do that. So that's probably the better idea, rather than including it with other videos, video content, so that you could just have a playlist and listen to her book. So that, she made a comment last night that she hopes I get it by Thursday. So today's Tuesday, today's my Monday, it's Tuesday, so hopefully I'll be getting it. I don't know what day she mailed it, but I'm looking forward to that. I just have to figure out how I'm going to be able to read while doing something else, because I gotta stay busy myself. I'll figure something out. Maybe just floating in the pool reading to you guys. Problem is whenever I film when I'm in the pool, we've got that waterfall and it makes so much damn noise. I would like for it to be, you know, decent quality audio. Maybe I'll just read to you from on top of my newly repaired toilet. Alright, 7:59. So I could push back leaving a little bit, because a half an hour early is a little too early for me, but the further I push, the worse the traffic's going to be. So I guess we're just going to have to be a half an hour early, because I would rather be early than angry. Jan made a comment about me editing out my verbal abuse that I had laid upon a couple of drivers in my last commute, and normally I wouldn't. I mean, I let the F-bomb drop. This is a little close. I don't want them hitting me. I guess it's okay. I don't trust people, though. It's fine. That one's bigger. I'm gonna go over there. I don't want any door dings. And I have no problem with swearing on the video. The reason I beeped it out was because I actually sounded like a raving lunatic, like I had like completely lost my shit. And it was only because of the shrill in my voice. I had actually lost my shit, but it really sounded horrible, and I didn't like hearing myself that way. That's why I took it out. That's the only reason. I've got something going on with my elbows. I don't know. Can you see that? Let me focus. What is that? Do I have bugs living under my skin? It started months ago, and there's more and more of it, and I don't know what that is, and I never noticed it till yesterday, and now that I've noticed it, I'm itching it, and now that I'm itching it, it itches. So I'm like psychosomatic itching going on now. So yeah, I'm gonna be reading from Lori's book, which is awesome because she's I'm just really excited. She even made a comment that something I said in a video was an idea for a book, for an upcoming book. I think that's cool. I'm really looking forward to it. Oh, okay, I guess I'll go in now. I don't know what I was going to say. I'm trying to resist the temptation of talking about things that are coming up, because by the time this goes out, the other things that are coming up have already gone, because I do load them in order. So that's silliness. So you would have seen now my review on Diamond Art Club. And next, I'm hoping, is Lori's book and the map. I haven't forgotten about the map. But that is going to be something that I can't really do unless it's the weekend, because the lighting is so bad at night. But we'll try. I need a day off where I can do it during the day in daylight. And I'm going to try and do them. I'm going to try and do them. I'll probably just really go at it and like can them, so that I can put sections in to videos rather than having to make a whole event out of it. And yeah, that's enough. I need to just go in because I'm just rambling at this point. And I really need to yawn big. Okay. All right. Maybe drive home. Cannot remember the last time I drove with the top down. It's been so rainy, and the lighters are boiling hot, and I've heard they can explode in your face. Don't want that happening. Okay. Home, George. It's kind of a nice day back at work today because I had 2 hours of training, an hour of a focus group, and then of course I get, you know, my lunch and breaks is another hour. So I think I took 5 phone calls the whole day, which is good because I really wasn't like mentally there taking calls. And it looks like rain toward home. Hopefully we don't get caught in it. Be interesting to see how loud the wind noise is with the top down when you're on the windshield. Today was Spirit Day at work, which means the Spirit Squad goes around, and if you're wearing your Spirit gear, which is anything with the company name on it, they give you candy or company swag, pens, little marketing things, and you get your picture taken and put on the Facebook page. And I got corralled into being part of the Spirit Squad today, because I had a focus group just prior to the time that they go out, and in the focus group was my supervisor and my department manager, and so they had us go along. And the department manager said to me about 3/4 of the way done, "You really look like you're out of your comfort zone. You look really uncomfortable." Yeah, not really my thing, being all, you know, social butterfly and being in a million pictures. But I didn't say all that. I just said, yeah, it's not really something I'm particularly comfortable with. thanked me for being a good sport, participating in that. Could tell I was very out of my element. Just, you know, write awkward across my forehead in Sharpie. You know. But yet I held my tongue and didn't tell them I have a YouTube channel. I don't need them knowing about that. Today was my 1-year anniversary at the company. I don't know. I don't think of it as a big deal, I guess, seeing as I was at my last company for like 10 years, but it's something, I guess. I guess the one perk is I get a little more vacation time earned each pay period. I think it equals out to 1 more day a year or something. Tut tut, looks like rain. I don't know if it's raining or stopped. That's raining. Shit. We'll make it. Or not. We're gonna pull over. It's raining hard. Well, that was fun, kids. No. If I would have driven another 100 yards, I would have stopped. That's funny. After taking 3 days off, I calculated out whether or not I'm going to be able to get enough time off saved up before Christmas to go back to Wisconsin and Illinois for Christmas. My family's in Illinois, my husband's family's in Wisconsin. And if my calculations are correct and I don't use any time off, I will have enough saved up by November 26th. Which means then I have like probably 2 more pay periods between that, so I should end up with a surplus of about 11 hours, 10 and a half, 11 hours of available time to use to take off between now and then. So that's, you know, not even a full day and a half of time off for the next 4 months. It's kind of an adjustment. I mean, I worked at the bank for 10 years, so I had like 5 weeks of vacation, and now, you know, I've got 2 a year, or maybe 3 with holidays. I don't know. do like how they let you just kind of take time off whenever the mood strikes, though.
The reason I watch is to pay very close attention to the street signs, because, you know, gotta figure out where she lives and pay a visit when nobody's home and go through her closet again. Wait, I already know where she lives. I've already been through her closet. Don't get any ideas. Get guns. Lots of guns. I'm doing research for more life hacks on how to make the daily commute easier on yourself. Because I like to figure out life hacks. I'm gonna find a better and faster way of doing just about anything, and without having to buy anything. Like, I'm working on a new phone mount for her. Seems like she's got it going pretty good, but I'll come up with something better that's cheap. Because nobody knows cheap like Vicky Lynn. It's not what I meant. I'm not cheap.